Hey guys, I wanted to get on here and read this read aloud for you guys so you would be able to read it for your activity. The book that we're reading is all about clouds. This is the title page, table of contents, and it lists all of the different clouds and information. So we know this is a nonfiction text because it has a table of contents in it, and it's teaching us all about clouds. So on to the first page. The introduction. If you have studied the water cycle, then you know that after water has evaporated from the earth up into the sky, it becomes cold and gathers in the sky in the shape of clouds. Once these clouds become too heavy to stay up into the sky, they will begin to drop back to the earth, usually in the form of rain. People need to know if it is going to rain so that they can plan what they wear and what they will do for the day. This is where weather forecasts come in handy. Before television, radio, and apps, people used the clouds to help them predict what kind of weather was on the way. We also need to learn about clouds because they are an essential piece to understanding weather and our Earth. Cirrus clouds. High, wispy clouds that sometimes resemble a horse's tail are known as cirrus clouds. These clouds are made up of out of ice crystals. The name cirrus means a lock of hair. These clouds appear between 18,000 and 21,000 feet in the sky. Cirrus clouds appear not only on Earth, but also on Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Cirrus clouds can be used to help forecast future weather. When there are just a few cirrus clouds on a blue sky, this doesn't mean any particular type of weather is coming. But if there's a large group of cirrus clouds, it can be a sign that a large storm front is on its way. Cumulus clouds. Cumulus clouds look like big piles of cotton balls floating in the sky. Children all around the world like to look for familiar shapes within the curves of the cumulus clouds. This type of cloud usually doesn't produce much precipitation, which means rain, but many times it can develop into clouds that will have rain, snow, or sleet. Cumulus clouds are fairly low, with the flat bottom of the clouds only 1,000 feet off the ground. If the top of the cumulus cloud resembles a head of a cauliflower and looks like it's growing upward, it is called a towering cumulus. If this cloud formation continues to grow bigger, it may become a storm cloud. Cumulonimbus clouds. Remember that towering cumulus cloud? Is there enough instability in the air? If there is enough instability in the air, it can develop into cumulonimbus clouds. Cumulonimbus clouds are thunderstorm clouds. In fact, they are the only kind of cloud that produces hail, thunder, and lightning. For this reason, they are sometimes referred to as the king of the clouds. Although there is typically heavy rainfall from this type of cloud, it happens in a short amount of time. If there is going to be a dreary, rainy day, that is a different type of cloud. Do you live in an area where you can experience many quick but heavy rainfalls? If so, is it usually during a certain time of the year? Why do you think that is? Think about that question while I'm turning to the next page. Stratus clouds. Stratus clouds look like gray blankets that cover the whole sky. These clouds are the lowest to the ground and produce light precipitation. The word stratus means layer. If you were to look at a stratus cloud from the side, it would look somewhat like a slice of lasagna. The clouds stack on top of each other. Stratus clouds usually form when the weather has been cold and warmer air blows into the area. This is also the same way that fog is formed. Stratocumulus clouds. Stratocumulus clouds have characteristics of both stratus and cumulus clouds. Cumulus clouds. They are low-lying but puffy or lumpy. They group together in clumps or waves and can be anywhere from bright white to dark gray. These clouds are the most commonly found clouds on Earth. Stratocumulus clouds usually form when stratus clouds break apart and tell us that the weather is changing. They can be found at the beginning or end of a bad storm. Sometimes people think that they are rain clouds, but it is not very common at all to see precipitation coming from stratocumulus clouds. Fascinated with clouds? Do clouds and weather fascinate you? Do you find yourself watching the weather report or tracking hurricanes as they charge across the ocean? Stick with it. You may have a career in environmental science or meteorology in your future. We need lots of smart and creative people to help us come up with ways to keep our Earth healthy. Here are some ways that you can learn more about weather at home. Keep a journal with your daily observations. Build weather tools and reading about all kinds of science topics. Can you think of other ideas to help expand your knowledge about clouds and or other aspects of weather? And then this is the glossary. These are words that can help you understand. Remember, I talked about precipitation. Meteorology is the study of weather and the atmosphere. Instability is the opposite of steady. It's unpredictable. Predict means to guess based off the information that you have. And storm front is a group of clouds that all produce strong winds and dangerous weather. So now you're going to make this craft. I have the materials for you on the counter. You're going to go over and grab the cloud and the strips of paper. You need one of each color, and you're going to need 4 cotton balls. And then you're going to need the types of cloud writing. You're going to write some type of information about the clouds that you learned. You can go back in the book and pause the video to figure out your information. The book is also going to be into Google Classroom if you just want to get information. But this is what it'll look like in the end. So you're going to do types of cloud. You're going to use your cotton ball to make the different types of clouds. Here's an example. And then again, you're just going to list some type of information about one of the 4 different types of clouds. And then you're going to list it on your piece of paper. Alrighty.